Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Quisha. On this channel, I like to do makeup, mukbangs, and more. Y'all, today is a makeup video. I decided to record my updated everyday makeup routine. Check it out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I decided to record an updated routine because a lot of the products, well, some of the products that I was using in my last everyday makeup routine, I am not using those anymore on an everyday basis. So I wanted y'all to see this updated, new, more kind of like glowy vibe I've been going for lately. I switched up some products. I do mention which products are still the same and which ones have been switched out. So this look is super quick, super easy, very simple and stuff like that. If you want to find out, keep watching. Hey y'all, what's going on? What's good? What's popping? I decided to film my updated everyday makeup routine. I decided to film another one because over the past few months, my makeup routine has definitely changed. Not a lot, but enough to where I'm not using the same things every day, and it's a new year, new routine. Am I filming this in February? Yeah, but that don't mean that I can't give you a new updated routine, okay? I've been doing this routine since about, I want to say like late December, early January. Late last year, right after I filmed my last everyday makeup routine, my skin started getting super dry, especially like around my mouth, and like even I had a spot on my chin here. So some of the products that I was using before in that last video, I don't really use all that much, so, or my skin has to be in a certain type of condition, so that's not what I'm using on a day-to-day basis. So let's go ahead and get started. I already did my brows because nothing has changed with my brows. They are exactly the same. I'll actually put my last everyday makeup routine either up here or in the description box down below. So like I said, my skin's been super dry, and also I have been incorporating using an eye cream in my night and day routine, and the eye cream that I've been using is the Lancome Illuminating Anti-Fatigue Cooling Eye Gel. I'm actually almost out of it, which is making me so sad because the full size is very expensive. I've actually been using this tiny tube for a year, so it's time. Will I get another one? No, because I have a ton of other eye creams to try. So once I work my way through all of my free eye creams, then I will buy one. But I do like this one, and I kind of just want to find one that works for me. This one works, but it's not like, I don't feel like it's worth the price. But I'm going to go ahead and use it. I put this on night and day, and I've also been reapplying it right before I do my makeup. I like the way how it actually feels cool on the skin. Oh, y'all look, I got some new press-ons. I'm feeling real professional up in here. I like how it feels cooling on the eye, and it does help with puffiness and definitely dryness. I can't really tell a difference if it's helping with my dark circles. I don't have very dark circles. I mean, I have some, but it's not like anything crazy. So you know, the best thing to do is start using eye creams and stuff like that and serums before you start seeing problems in your skin. It's going to help prevent your skin to getting to that place. So don't start using eye creams and serums and stuff when you start seeing it. Start using it right now, like today, girl. And I do think that this definitely helps with concealer and stuff like that. It just helps everything going a lot smoother. So been loving me some eye cream lately. Been loving me some eye cream. Everything is falling. Y'all have such a cute idea for my next video. The reason why I'm not recording it right now is because natural hair girls, you will understand. I just washed my hair last night, and I don't want no day one hair for this makeup look that I have in my mind. I want some nice day 2, day 3 type hair, you know. The concealer that I use on my eyes, I don't wear eyeshadow when I do my everyday makeup look. I just use a concealer and a powder on top. So the concealer that I'm using right now is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C13. This concealer has grown on me, all right? I know I was going back and forth saying I don't like it, but I do. I still don't like the smell though. Just gonna tap that into the eye. And I like to use a concealer on my eye when I do my everyday eye routine, when I do my everyday makeup routine, because I want my lids to be all one shade. They're darker towards the bottom, so It just gives a cleaner look to the whole makeup and just makes you look a little bit more done up, even though there's no eyeshadow on. Well, there is an eyeshadow. There's just one eyeshadow. Yo, I don't know why I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm sorry if I seem like that. I'm not. Sometimes I just get on here and start acting a fool. Did I say this already? I'm going to be telling you the things that I am changing and the things that are staying the same in my routine. Last time I used the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in Armand. I still use that to clean up my brows, but I don't use it to put all over my lids because I'm running out. So the Makeup Revolution one works just as good and it's cheaper. So I am still using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette in that shade Ginger as my all over lid color. It's just, to me, the perfect shade to go over all over the lid. It gives a tiny bit of color for me, but nothing too crazy. So just get that all over the lid. And the reason I do put a shadow on top of the concealer is so there's no creasing. Just makes the lid look just very clean and cute. See, it gives a little bit of color, nothing too much. Next up, I'm going to draw my wing. So in my last video, the eyeliner that I was using to draw my wing was the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. I'm not using that anymore because it dried out on me, and I'm so mad because I had only been using that for, I had just got it in that video, and I haven't been using it for the last month or so because it dried out on me. It was actually in a video, actually in one of my videos, I want to say like in early January, where I noticed like this is dry. I can't, it's not giving me that extra tip, that sharpness, that, you know, product on the tip of the liner. And I was like, I just bought this. So I'm not using that right now. And I believe the liner that I mentioned in that video was the one that I usually use, which was the Kat Von D. Well, they changed their name to KVD Beauty. Ciao. Apparently she's not associated with the company anymore. So those of you that had a problem with her not vaccinating her child can now go back to buying those products because she does not get any coin from the company anymore, and it is not her company anymore. So with that being said, I will be using the KVD Beauty eyeliner. This is one of my favorite eyeliners, and now I know not to betray her. I love Riri and I love Fenty Beauty, but that eyeliner just went dry on the tip so fast. I don't like that. So I'm just gonna draw my wing. Y'all, I'm left-handed, so I feel like my left wing always comes out better than my right wing because I'm not used to being on the right side. It's going out this way, but I'm not going to fix it. I will show you how I fix my wings when I mess up like this, because this is an everyday routine. We don't have time to be perfecting our wing. We're trying to get in and out the door, okay? This makeup routine usually takes me about 30 minutes. So the next thing that is different in my everyday makeup routine is I am now using a different kind of primer. Like I said, my skin has been a little bit on the drier side lately, so I'm not using any mattifying primers. Unless my T-zone is super oily, then I will use a mattifying primer only in my T-zone, but I haven't been having that issue. So the two primers that I have been loving, of course, my tried and true Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and the other one that I have been loving is a new favorite of mine. It's the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. I got this in a sample. I did a video on it and I'm really liking it, so I will be purchasing the full size. And then a third option, if you really want something that's gonna blur out your pores for a more affordable price than the Tatcha Silk Canvas, because this I believe is $50 or $60, but they do have a smaller one for $20, or you can also get the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And a dupe for this that's even cheaper is the Maybelline Baby Skin. So those are your primer options. These ones, these more silicone-y ones, are really going to help to blur out any pores or imperfections that you have, really smooth out the skin. I like using that one too. The Tatcha Silk Canvas does the same thing, but it's just a little more expensive, but also I feel like it doesn't sit on the skin as much as those silicone primers. This one actually kind of goes into the skin, and I like it. I like that feeling a lot better. Those silicone based ones, I feel like they sit on the skin and they move the foundation around a little bit, but I still like them. clearly I still use them. So it's just what you're in the mood for, or what you prefer, or what your skin responds to. But those are just some options. So my foundation has also changed. My go-to everyday foundation used to be the Fenty Beauty, the original soft matte foundation. This one used to be my everyday go-to foundation. But again, like I said, this is like a soft matte, and even sometimes for some people it's like a super matte foundation. So I've been using more like dewy, like more skin like foundations, and I know y'all see me use this in all of my videos lately because I really do be using it like that. It is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm in the shade Macao, and I love this foundation. So like I said, this is not a matte foundation. This is more of like a satin finish. It just looks a little bit more natural to me, and I don't look like I'm sucked in and super thirsty. I'll do a matte look if I'm going out, if I'll be out in the sun all day and I don't want to get oily, and if I'm going to be out for a long period of time, I'll use a matte foundation then. But just your everyday, you know, going to work or school or something like that, I would prefer to use more of a natural skin-like type of foundation. This foundation with this primer just looks so good. Y'all got foundation all in my new press-ons. Another thing that I have been doing is I've been going back and putting my molds back on my face. I like my molds, and foundation and eyeshadow and stuff just takes them right on off. So what I actually use to do to put my molds back on, you have to be very careful, but I do use that same eyeliner very carefully because you don't want to look like, you don't want them to look fake. Or sometimes I'll just scrape off the foundation like with my nails, but sometimes it doesn't come off, so I'll very lightly just tap. And then before it can dry, I press down with my finger. But be very careful, because you know, it's so crazy. I used to hate my moles. What is that about when you're younger? You hate the things about your face that, and then you get older and you realize, oh, I was cute with that. I wish these kids would listen to us when we tell them, you know, don't worry, you're going to love the things you hate about yourself right now. Like, just hold on, baby, a change is a-coming. You will appreciate the things that you once hated about yourself, trust me. I used to hate my moles. I used to like pray that my lips would be smaller, especially my top lip. I used to be like, at night I would truly pray. Like, you know, people out here really praying for real stuff, and I'm over here praying about my lips. Just young and dumb. So I'm gonna put on some mascara, and I do have a new mascara to try today. Shiseido ControlledChaos Mascara Ink. Okay. I don't think I have anything by Shiseido. Oh, I like the wand. This, of course, this specific mascara isn't part of my everyday routine, but mascara is. My favorite is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I also like the Too Faced Damn Girl and the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I'm liking this, it's cool. It's really separating my lashes. They gripping the lashes, all right. A little bit of a clump, but that's okay. My everyday routine does sometimes and sometimes does not include lashes, so it really just depends on my mood. I was gonna put on lashes, but I don't know. This mascara is kind of doing it for me. All right, I'm gonna let it dry for a second. I'll put on another coat. Okay, Shiseido, I see you, girl. Concealer, my concealer has not changed. My favorite everyday concealer to use is the Fenty Beauty in the shade 385. Oh, I love this concealer so much. It's definitely a medium coverage concealer, which is the kind of coverage that I like for an everyday makeup look. The setting powder that I use has also changed. In my video, I was using the Fenty Beauty Nutmeg setting powder. Now I'm using, I've been using this for a while, but the Laura Mercier Deep Setting Powder. I just found the Fenty Beauty one to be way too drying, and it looked good as soon as I would do my makeup, and then like an hour later, it would look like you could see like the circle under my eyes, like it was very visible, the powder, where I put the powder, and it looked cakey, and I did not like it. I loved the way my makeup looked right after I used it, but child, after about an hour, she was not cute. The Laura Mercier I've been using at least a year, and I've never had problems. And I'm so glad they came out with a deep one. I have the translucent one too, but I haven't picked that up because the deep one just looks so much better on my skin. Also, a new step that I've been doing lately is I've actually been setting the rest of my face. At first I didn't really see the need for this step, but the more that I've been doing it lately, for about the past month or so, I just noticed that it helps my makeup stay a lot longer. And now I know what everybody be doing. Because at first I was like, what's the point of putting on foundation and then putting another powder on top of the foundation? It locks the foundation in. Who knew? They knew. So to set my face, I use the Bare Minerals foundation in the shade Cappuccino. I just kind of press this into my skin. I don't use a lot. I like tap once and then kind of go around. It doesn't make your face look cakey either. I mean, if you, of course, if you use a lot, it will, but I just tap it on once and just kind of put it all around, and it helps. Everything just looks so good. So now that we've done that, now I'm gonna go back and fix my wing. Y'all thought I forgot? So I'm just gonna take some concealer, put it on the back of my hand. You don't have to do this, of course. Y'all, I want my wing to be cute, and I should have did it cute the first time, but I didn't. So this is what you do in the event that you mess up your wing. All right, so usually I like to use an angled liner brush, but they're all dirty. All my friends are dead. So I'm just gonna use this tiny little Morphe M213 brush. I'm just gonna be extra careful because this isn't really like that angle. It's okay. And you just take your concealer and just draw up and clean up that concealer. Clean up that wing. Just like that, honey. And then just take your brush and dab it in. It's still not perfect, but it's better than what it was. If you're that close to look at me and tell that my wings are uneven, baby, you're too close. Because they look all right when I go like this, like real fast, like, we're looking at me like that. Okay, I'm gonna put on another layer of mascara because I'm still trying to decide, do I want to put on lashes or do I don't? Or do I not? Do I don't? Oh my God. Girl, I'm kind of liking it like this. It honestly just depends on my mood and honestly how much time I have. I add an extra 5 minutes onto my routine for lashes. Sometimes I can just pop them on and sometimes they like to act up and I have to work with them. It's a little big for the bottom lashes. It's very big for the bottom lashes. I don't like this for bottom lashes, but I love it for the top. So for my bottom lashes, I'm gonna stick with my tried and true L'Oreal Telescopic. This has to be dead by now. Y'all, I've been using this for, don't get on me, but I've been using the same one for years. And she is still like, look at it. Look at her. She's still working, honey. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what magic in this tube, but I have been using this mascara for years. I'm not gonna say how many because it's probably disgusting. I don't care. It works. I haven't gotten pink eye yet. And I'm still here with bottom lashes hella flaky. Okay, I just forgot what I was about to do. Blush. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I'm really getting very blushy lately. Blush has become life. I only own 3 blushes, but they're all like kits and palettes. So between those 3, I pretty much get what I want. But will I be buying more blushes? Yes. I need them all. So I have 2 blush trios from Anastasia. I have the Peachy Love and the Berry Adore. The one that I like to use on a daily basis is the Peach Love, and I like to use this one on the end here called Nectarine. And the other blush that I use is, of course, y'all have seen this plenty of times, it's my BH Cosmetics blush kit. This is so perfect for dark skin tones, deep dark skin tones. And I don't know if they still have this. I will check their website, and if they do, I'll put the link down in the description box down below because this is really all you need. Period. You know what I could really do is just take this dirty behind blush brush and just put it on because it's so dirty. But y'all, I promise, didn't I say in my last video I was gonna clean my brushes? Y'all, I promise y'all, I'm cleaning my brushes, okay? Next time you see me put on blush, this is gonna be clean. Mark my words. So again, you just put your blush on the high points of your cheeks. I'm actually gonna go into this other shade called Ginger, this one in the middle. She just looking at me. Ooh, hey Ginger. Oh yeah. Ooh, I like Ginger. And yes, in my everyday routine, I do just play around with blushes. There's no like set blush that I use every time. I do have my popular ones. For example, like in this blush kit from BH Cosmetics, I use this one right here a lot. And this one down here. Next up is bronzer, and like I've been telling y'all, my new go-to bronzer has been the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Mahogany. I've been really into this bronzer lately. I still love my Fenty Beauty. I actually use that on my nose, so I'll be using that in a minute, but for my face, it's been Mahogany. Ooh, he's a little bit too much up front. Hold on. And bronzer is one of those steps that I cannot skip. I don't know any of these steps that I can skip. Probably lashes. Like, I would say lashes and eyeliner are the steps that I would skip if I was in like a super fast rush. But again, I don't want to skip them. So I just usually shut my mouth and I actually do my makeup quickly. I don't know how long I've been doing this, but I'm telling y'all it's usually 25 to 30 minutes. And then like I said, for my nose, I'll be using my other favorite, Fenty Beauty Coconut. You can tell I use the hell out of this bronzer. Look at how dirty it is. I always hear girls that do makeup on YouTube say you can always tell if a makeup person actually likes that product because it will be dirty. It means that you're actually using it. So yeah, I use the Fenty Beauty Coco Naughty to bronze my nose. I do not contour. And if you do contour or bronze your nose, please make sure that you take your time and blend it out along the sides. Y'all, people can notice that and you look a fool. Next up is highlighter, and I believe I talked about this highlighter in my last everyday routine. I think so. Either way, this is the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze in the shade Guilty. This is a beautiful gold. I'll call it a highlighter. I know it's called Omega Glaze, but glaze, highlight, you know, whatever. And I just use this on the high points of the cheeks. I mean, look how good that looks, y'all. Marc, you shouldn't have. And I like to take my beauty blender and press that in. You don't want any harsh lines with your highlighter. Just nice and smooth and just natural. And for my nose, that has not changed. I use the Anastasia That Glow Kit, and I use the shades Golden Bronze and Dripping in Gold. I mix those two together and I use that as my inner eye highlight and my nose highlight. That has not changed. I don't know if it ever will. Those two mixed together just look really good on me, in my opinion. I don't know, y'all gotta say in my opinion a lot. He will be coming for you. I don't think it looks good. Well, girl, I didn't ask you. Y'all know when I start getting like this, I need to eat. I'm sorry. I'm just playing with y'all. So going in with my favorite lip liner, this is K by Colourpop. An alternative to this is Nutmeg by NYX. I believe in my last video, I used Chestnut by MAC. I still like Chestnut, but for more of my everyday look, it's a little bit too dark for me. It's a little bit more warm. And on top of that, I'm using the Pat McGrath. What is the official name of this? This is the Pat McGrath Labs Lip Fetish Sheer Color Balm in the shade Blowup. And I know y'all have heard me talk about this. Yes. So usually I'll just wear it like this. It has a nice amount of shine to it. Y'all look at this color. I love it. If I want a little bit of extra glossy gloss, I will do that. And I just use any clear gloss that I have. This is the Grande Lips Plumping Gloss. This used to be clear, but I've used it so much that it's now its own tinted kind of gloss. Ciao. I love the feeling of a plumping gloss because I love that tingling feeling that they give the lip. My lip gloss is popping. Gonna spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. And last but not least, I'm going to set my makeup into place using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Lock it in. I know I've said that before in a video. I feel like I have. I feel like I say that every time I do my makeup, but I cut it out. Alright y'all, so this is a finished look. What do you think? Do you like it? Am I cute? Y'all, like I said earlier in the video, I just washed my hair last night. How about it is still very much very much so very wet. So I only took down from here to here and I pinned the rest back because it's so wet. I'm getting ready to twist it right back up. I just took it. Look, oh my god, I don't want to fluff it out too much because I don't want to mess up the definition that is I'm trying to cling onto. So that's gonna be it for me, y'all. If you like this video, if you had a good time, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, share this video with everybody you know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.